Ann Hames, Interim Director of the Library Department, and we serve Fulton County through 34 libraries strategically located throughout the county. We provide services, as we like to say, to people from the cradle till almost the grave. We serve very young children with our preschool storytime program, school-age children with homework help. I'm Ann Hames, Interim Director of the Library System, and we serve the citizens of Fulton County, the residents of Fulton County, through 34 locations strategically located throughout the county. We provide services to everyone from very young children to senior citizens, and our services include preschool story time for the youngest children, craft programs. We provide homework help to students after school. We have GED services and training for residents, including we're the only library in the United States that offers GED testing. And every year we graduate the equivalent of a high school class of GED graduates from the library system, so we're very proud of that. We also have, of course, books, DVDs, CDs for people to check out and take home and enjoy. We have ebooks and other e-resources on our library website. We provide public use computers, internet access, wireless access, so people really do, as we like to say, flock to the library for all those services that we have, and they appreciate not only the services, but the safe, secure, attractive facilities that we offer throughout Fulton County, with meeting rooms that they can use for their meetings, with quiet spaces where they can sit and read and study. And it's really important to us to present beautiful facilities to the citizens, both the grounds and the building itself, for their enjoyment. The library collaborates with FTS both on an ongoing basis and in some special projects. And I'm first going to talk about the ongoing basis, and to give you a little background about myself. Some people will recognize me as somebody that they've worked with over the years, from those days when I was a children's librarian and a branch library manager, to the time that I was a manager of branch libraries, and now, of course, interim director. And throughout all of that, the collaboration that I have most appreciated is the day-to-day collaboration when the air conditioning doesn't work at a building and we're afraid that we're going to have to close it just when we have the summer reading kickoff coming up. And as much as our librarians would love to work through those conditions when the air conditioning is broken or the roof is leaking, it sometimes becomes a concern of public safety and public health to keep the building open. And that's when that collaboration with FTS is so important. When we have wonderful team members in your department, in this department, FTS, that we can count on to rescue us in these situations, and you're only a phone call away. And I know that when I reach out to the technicians, the experts in FTS, I get quick service, because you understand how important it is to the public that their children have story time, that they get that book or DVD or CD that they want to check out. That's one level of collaboration. And then we are also collaborating with FTS in our new library building program. We're currently in the process of building 8 new libraries and renovating and expanding 2 libraries as the phase 1 of a $275 million bond referendum that was passed by the citizens in 2008. And first of all, Facilities and Transportation Services is on site with us, on board with us, and working side by side and leading this process. And we could not honestly do it without you. In addition to that, members of the FTS staff have been there preparing for groundbreakings, helping us during our public meetings, and just in a 100 different ways, making it possible for us to begin the process and planning for the building of 8 new libraries and the renovation and expansion of 2 libraries. So we really appreciate your assistance with the facility master plan. Those are the major collaborations right now, but I know that any time that the library has a special project that involves facilities, we can reach out to you. For instance, if we need to, as part of the building program, we have needed to improve the central library facility in order to move part of the Auburn Avenue Research Library there temporarily. We have gotten tremendous assistance from Facilities and Transportation Services. Very much appreciated, always.
Ms. Haynes, how did the collaboration that you just described help you in the delivery of your services?
In the case of the
Ms. Haynes, how did one of these collaborations help you in the delivery of your services?
And so, first of all, in the ongoing collaboration, the one that has always been in place, the one that supports our day-to-day services, it is absolutely essential that our buildings be attractive, safe, secure, and comfortable for the citizens. And we cannot deliver library service without that. So it's the collaboration with FTS is what allows us to do business. That's the bottom line. We could not have a comfortable story time for the children without a clean library that was beautiful and well air conditioned or heated. We could not, senior citizens could not use our resources if the library wasn't accessible to them and comfortable for them to be in. There have been times when Facilities and Transportation Services staff have come out on the weekend in order to allow us to make sure that we can open a library on Saturday or Sunday. Much appreciated, because weekend service is very important to our citizens. As in terms of the library building program, we could not do that program without the collaboration with FTS. We are very clear about what we want inside of our buildings in terms of services, but we're not experts in how buildings are built and could not manage that program without your assistance.
In 5 words or less, tell us, what does FTS mean to you?
So to me, FTS first and foremost means the strong team of staff that I meet and work with on a daily basis, the willing attitudes of everybody that I've encountered who I've never had anybody say, no, we can't do that. And I think most importantly, the responsive, supportive, and team approach that I have encountered when I have worked with FTS.
Thank you so much.
My name is Omatayo Ali. I am the Chief Administrative Officer for Fulton County Juvenile Court. My position here is to do the overall administration of the court, and of course in this court we provide rehabilitative services to children who are alleged to be delinquent and children who are deprived. Juvenile court has what I will consider to be an excellent partnership with FTS. And I have to get used to saying FTS because to me for years it's been General Services. We've had a wonderful partnership with General Services. Mr. Riggs, it's just being an advocate for the court. He has been very attentive to our needs, and we have been in a position where we have been able to depend on him and his department and his employees to provide the best environment for us in juvenile court. It is very important in juvenile court for us to have those things in place. The building, the bathrooms, the safety, the security, to make sure that our patrons can come in here and we do not have to worry about the condition of the building. It really has been a wonderful partnership. When you talk about how this has helped us in the delivery of our services, I always consider all the departments in this county are important. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of importance and how your services will be well delivered, you have to think about General Services or FTS as being number one. because if you don't have the adequate or the necessary environment, in juvenile court, we have been blessed with a wonderful partnership with General Services, FTS, because without FTS, we will not have the building that we house our employees. We will not have the necessary facilities to do what we do best every day, which is provide rehabilitative resources to children. We have been able to depend on General Services to make sure that repairs are done timely, to make sure that construction, when we need a place to be newly constructed or remodeled, we depend on General Services for everything. I don't know what any department will be able to do without General Services. I always consider that department to be number one. All departments are important, but I don't know what we would have been able to do without having General Services here to make sure that the building is safe, that we have all repairs done on time, especially because we cater to children and their parents. I don't know what else we would have done. We would not have everything that we would not be able to deliver our services without General Services. I know they always tell us they own the buildings, and they truly do, because they take care of us in juvenile court. When I think about FTS, and I really have to get used to General Services, I always have to think about Mr. Riggs, who day after minute, he returns my phone calls, and that's a lot, because I will not necessarily complain. I'll let people know when things are not going right in juvenile court, and he has been very responsive. He has been very patient. When I think about General Services, I'm thinking about reliability, safety. The department provides all the facilities that we need to deliver our services effectively. But more importantly, you have a director in there who is very responsive and who wants his people to be accountable. I like that. What does FTS mean to us in juvenile court? It means we have a partnership in a department that we absolutely are able to depend on. It means that we have a director who's very responsive and who will return phone calls. It doesn't matter how many times we call, and it doesn't matter how many times we complain. It means you have an improved relationship with a department that we. That's not good. Okay. Use 5 words to describe General Services, FTS. I will say a director who's responsive, an improved relationship, reliability, prompt delivery of services, and effective services.